Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Bigfoot Odyssey's Researchers Report. It is Blue Line Wednesday, 1 or 2 days a month where we let our hair down and have just a little bit of fun with the Bigfoot subject. With me, as always, the lovely Miss Daniela Agliolo, producer and co-host of the report. Welcome, Miss Daniela. How are you?
Thank you. I'm good, thank you. Looking forward to tonight.
All right. And it just wouldn't be Blue Line Wednesday without who? The BLB. Adam and Jake, Blue Line Bigfoot guys. How are you, gentlemen?
Doing really good. How are you? How are you both doing? That's awesome to be here.
I was doing pretty good, but I got over it. It's
it happens.
I don't have my control screen, and it's probably because I didn't come in through my email. So that's all right, Daniela. You have all the control. I have none. So just letting you know.
Okay.
We got some good stories for everybody tonight. What are we giving away, gentlemen?
Well, that is a good question. This is going to be something really fun.
Well, the thing of it is here, we got a couple of old standbys and then something brandy new.
Something brand new for people. We're going to be recording a custom, personalized, custom ringtone that they can use for whatever they want. They can use it for their phone. That's where you probably should use something like that. But yeah. I mean, if you want to just sit at home and listen to it over and over again, I mean, that'd be great too. So we have a couple of the standbys, but these are great. You know, if you don't already have one of these, I mean, I have a couple of these all over the place. Jake has 2 on his truck. So we got these and then a customized personal ringtone. So if someone just wants to send in their email and their information and anything, maybe a couple little things they might want to have said.
Some interests, hobbies, maybe a shout out to someone. We'll try to work with whatever we get.
No problem. We'll make it just customized.
Well, I talked to
look at that
our good buddy.
Have you seen the Bigfoot Odyssey hat, Kerry? The new design for the Bigfoot Odyssey hat.
Huh?
No, you just totally broke me up. What we got?
Who? I just said, did you see the new design for the Bigfoot Odyssey hat?
No, I haven't.
Jake's wearing it.
Oh, is that okay? Yeah, I didn't. Nice.
Now, see, Adam came up with the, we're acronym people, so Bigfoot Odyssey kind of flowed off the tongue a little better than just the BO.
Well, it was just something.
Yeah.
But
Bigfoot Odyssey, BFO, I don't know.
It sounds like
like I was about to say. Our good buddy Mr. Cameron Buckner has agreed to send us some stickers for us to give away on Blue Line Wednesday. So we are going to have those in hand. I'm not going home until Thanksgiving, but we are going to the Texas Bigfoot Conference on the 18th, 19th, and 20th. We're going to be filming episode 12 with Sisters of the Moon. And we're going to be there. We're going to meet some people there. I think it's going to be cool. They're going to let us film at the conference. So you guys are going to get to see what that's like in there. Bobo and what's his name from that Finding Bigfoot show are going to be there.
Berkman? Matt Moneymaker?
Yeah, him. I don't know about Matt.
He's out.
Matt's made enough money, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. His father's name.
Yeah, I think Matt's made enough money.
Rich Moneymaker. You know, that's his father, Rich Moneymaker. So it's a good name.
You know, that's not his real name. So he actually changed his name to that, I believe.
His father did?
But hey, that's not here nor there. We got some stories. Let's get into it. Hey, where's the you know what? I was packing to come to work. And what did I do? I packed to the hills. I mean, I packed 3 months worth of stuff, right, to come to my camper. And what do I not have?
What? Mic stand.
Yep. Gotta hold the dang mic now. So I'll be reading and then holding the mic with one hand and seeing I can do this, and it's gonna be all messed up. So
perfect. It'll be good.
All right. Okay, the first story I have here, Daniela sent me these. Thank you so much, Daniela. And she separated them out all nice and pretty. And I didn't have to do much editing on them at all.
Oh,
and I know even though it says your name at the bottom, I want to attribute these to you this time.
Yeah.
These are not your reports, obviously.
No.
But this one I named this one Hairy Biped. So I'll leave that to your imaginations as to why I did that. But it says near Middleport, September/October 2002, 7 p.m. Isn't that kind of funny? They give a time, but September/October. That's kind of weird.
They knew it was. Oh wow, that is strange.
Could have been around sunset or something. That's why they remember.
Yeah, just not sure about the month. That's crazy. Got the year right, I suppose. 2002. It says nearest water is Erie Canal, is just north of area. Closest road would be 1 million mountain roads in the United States. So this is what it's. One night, I stopped at a working stone that had been on. My goodness, let's start over. One night, I stopped at a working area to on other occasions
Up, Kerry.
it's a spot for deer.
Okay.
My goodness, on here.
You're breaking up, Captain.
Y'all picking me up?
You
Am I
break it
breaking
up.
up really bad?
Break it up.
Son of a gun. Thought I had a pretty good signal. Let's do this. Let's do this again.
Okay.
One night, I stopped at a working stone quarry area that I had been to on many other occasions to spot for deer. As I stepped out of my truck to look into the very large field the deer are normally in, I immediately saw what I initially thought was a girl with very long hair, cascaded off the head, and at a considerable distance, appeared initially as far as below the waist. She was moving rapidly through the waist-high field grass, covering that what I estimated is about 75 yards in less than 15 seconds. This guy was very observant. As I look back, I believe I was looking at the full body hair and not just hair flowing from the head. As the figure continued on to my right, approximately 225 yards, this guy was good. I noticed that it didn't seem to have on any clothing. And as it moved through the shorter grasses and slightly away from me, crossing a tractor path, I can make out what I thought were gluteal cheeks. Just say butt cheeks, dude. Okay. I can make out what I thought were butt cheeks. And at the same time, realized that the whole body was the same color as the head and upper torso. This biped moved very rapidly through the rocky terrain along the far edge of a huge quarry, but did not appear to be running, but moving gracefully and smoothly with no apparent arm swinging that I could see. It moved quickly into a field of corn, and I did not see it again despite scanning for another 10 minutes. It's my belief that I did in fact witness a hairy bipedal animal, and since that time I've spent considerable time in and around the general area to spot and look for signs of some type. I've spent all my life in the outdoors, an avid hunter and camper, and know what I saw, and realize that not many people have had the privilege to witness. I'll continue to look forward to finding and hopefully seeing another Bigfoot, as I had been told that there was another sighting last year by multiple people about 4 miles to the east at another working stone quarry. That information confirmed my sight for me, as a certain amount of self-doubt manifested after such an incident. Can understand that. I'm a Native American. Well, that explains a lot right there. And aware of the many legends of the First Nations for long ago, and consider the sign that I must carefully consider. The creature had dark hair covering entire upper torso, and head appeared dark but not black. At the time, the sun was directly in front of the creature and seemed to lighten its appearance, but the hair was very dark. As I stated, at no time did I notice any arms or swinging hand movement, while it traveled very quickly, and I noticed immediately that was very odd. At the distance it was from me, I never made out any facial features, but it never looked my way, nor could I differentiate between hair or skin color, except when it moved slightly to its left and away from me. I noticed a lighter color in the gluteal area, the buttocks, the booty. At no time did I see legs or even movement of legs due to the height of the grass it moved through. Excuse me. Its fluid movement at such a high rate of speed was surreal, as a human would have to be running, and considerable arm movement would have been evident. Fair enough. There have been, as I've since found out, several sightings of a Bigfoot-type creature in the western New York area. Lost my place.
I wonder where.
And covered a long time period and somewhat consistent sighting incidents. I hope that this sighting will not be my last, and I hope also to get a video or picture of another hairy biped. The end. Very interesting. The rock quarry thing. I've heard that. I've heard that several times. You know, the whole rock quarry. There's a Bigfoot at the rock quarry, and here they've got a sighting at one rock quarry, and then the reported sighting by 4 miles away at another rock quarry. So, wonder what's up with that. Ideas.
They liked the view.
We had it's right on the fringes. We had a 10-day-old track at a rock quarry in a sand pit. It was a wetland that's seasonally wet, but we had a lot of rain this summer, so it was still.
It was for this area, yeah, it was.
Yeah, that was a 16-inch track, and you can call it a rock quarry, sand pit. They crush a lot of stone down there, so
Now, how do you know how old the track was?
Because I saw it one day. And I didn't get back there till 10 days later in 2 rainstorms. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe. And yeah, and I couldn't. And only one track.
Only one, yeah.
So it went from water to sand and then right to gravel and cobble.
I got you. Yeah. Big Al Yankaluna, so that's in his area.
Yeah, I'm kind of like wondering where exactly that is. I mean, obviously they're not going to tell us exactly where because
Mountain Road by the Erie Canal.
Yeah, I mean, I'm out. A lot of my family's out that way, and
Mountain Road. It was. That was Mountain Road. I think the interesting thing is the way it moves. A lot of people are saying the way these things glide, and they also don't make a noise when they're running or stepping on things. What's that about? That's
perfect locomotion. That's what I think. Like they just haven't figured out how to propel themselves with the least amount of energy and the most fluid motion that they can. They're big, huge beings, and they're just smoothly just kind of making their way through.
What if they have anti-gravity boots, so to speak, and they can just or they can frequency hover above like a monorail.
Magnetic implants in the bottoms of the
Well, not like that, but maybe they have a vibration that would, maybe they don't have to walk. Maybe they can just ring like those.
You hear a lot that they walk like a cross-country skier skiing. And I work in that field, and so I know what that looks like. I see it every day. And it's interesting to be able to just kind of glide along there and have the same kind of motion with their arms. And I mean, that's perfect locomotion for us when we're sliding like that. So who knows?
Well, watch Lady PA. That's Miss Elizabeth. She says cushioned pads on feet. And I would tend to agree with that. I think that explains a lot of the 800-pounder sounds like a squirrel, Yeah. I mean, that's there has to be an explanation for it.
Yeah.
So that sounds plausible. Absolutely.
What some even say as well is we don't even see them bobbing up and down.
Yeah.
So this is literally a very, smooth movement.
Yeah.
But
I think all of it combined is like that perfect equation.
I think that's the compliant gate. I think that's what that is. Appear to be floating. Or, I mean, could be some anti-gravity stuff, Let's not discount anything. Let's keep an open mind.
Yeah.
Even if our brains are falling out.
I haven't heard that one before.
That's a good one.
That's an open mind.
I like that. Yeah. Well, look, have we got a question?
Who's next?
Have we not got a question?
Yeah, we need to spin
toddler in our future.
Yep, I got a list of questions here, Jake. Why don't you go ahead and give that a spin, and we'll see which one they get. There's some harder ones on here. There's some easy ones on here. So let's see what we get. Oh, number 2.
Lucky number 2.
It's one of the easiest ones on here.
Okay.
Ready, guys? What was Barb's dog's name? What was Barb's dog's name?
Oh yeah.
Someone must know.
Someone's got to know.
I know.
Yeah.
What was Barb's dog's name? This is in either episode 7, 8, or 9.
No, it was 9. The eyewitness was number 9.
You sure it wasn't 8?
Oh wait.
I mean, you didn't tell anyone to watch, no. so it's just a lucky dip.
Yeah, we're coming in from we're seeing if we can't throw them off guard here. You know, I think it's important to do that. Make sure people are kind of like thinking on their toes here,
paying attention.
A lot going on there. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. And, we haven't been able to stump anybody yet with any of these questions. We've got an answer. We've got a definite positive answer.
Everyone keeps saying Gabby. It's not Gabby. It's not Monkey.
Ha!
It's not Scooby. It's not Bella. That's your dog, Carl.
Close. Down there, the Gotros had the first letter right.
Possibly, Jake. Maybe.
Not with that second guess though. Sorry, guys.
It's not Goldie.
No.
Goldie. All right.
Now,
there doesn't have to be a winner on every one of these things either.
No, that's right.
It doesn't have to be. So, I guess until one pops up, that's the right answer. We can keep going. What's up with Kerry? What do you had to take a break quick?
Howdy, Aether.
I don't know if he's lost.
Aether.
Not Rocky. It's not Sandy. Keep guessing. No.
He's gonna be up for one of these stickers here, guys.
Oh well. See, also
hot to trot booms.
I think maybe we should go on to another narration.
Onto another one.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you want to read one, and I'll keep my eye out for a winner.
Yeah, I got this one. This is for anybody out there listening. How many people we have out there listening? I don't have it on YouTube, so I can't see.
117 at the moment.
Oh, great. That's very nice. Thank you.
Well, guys, this is a fun encounter for Jake and I. This is one that we got handed to us from the Bigfoot Odyssey representatives. Thank you very much. This one's kind of cool because it happened in and around where we are from, the Adirondack Park, part next to the Adirondack Park, right here, basically in our backyard. And so they did want to remain anonymous, which that's okay. But it happened back in 2000. So
we've got a winner.
We got a winner. It's both.
Surprise. Watch Lady Pig.
She better buy some stock. She's getting another. Well, we're gonna have to.
We need that ringtone.
Yeah, she's gonna have to get that.
You get that ringtone. I gotta write that down. She gets the ringtone.
Awesome.
It would.
Yeah, you guys are gonna love this. My internet connection was bad, so I swapped over to a hotspot, and I'm trying to come back on, and there's a little fly on the screen. And I'm trying to move my mouse, and I think that's the little arrow. And I'm like, it's not moving. The arrow's up top where I can't see it. And I'm sitting around like, what is going on here? It's not doing anything. Why is it not moving? And I'm slapping the mouse. It's one of those wireless ones.
Yeah.
I'm slapping it down, and then the fly flew off. And I was like,
imagine if it was just like moving a little bit, kind of the right way here and there, and really had to go.
Guys, we need to do a little bit of brainstorming here. We need to do a little bit of troubleshooting. Watch Lady Pig doesn't have a cell phone. So
well, I guess I'm going to cross that off, and she's going to get
the sticker.
And autograph it. Autograph the front of this one.
We're going to autograph the front of this for you.
I'll draw a picture.
Here it is, Jake. Here it is. Whoa. Right on there. Look at that.
What?
I just put that on there.
Did she get one of those last time?
It is what it is, Jake. You can only do so much for the. Come on. Look at you. Your signature's beautiful. How do you do that?
Should have been a doctor, guys.
Look at him. Look at that, guys. Anyway, Squatch Lady PA gets that signed, and that's a. I'm going to put that down here. That
was my favorite as well. The Barb's episode. That was so good. She was a good witness.
Yeah, and we do communicate with her like off and on now, semi-regularly, just to touch base with her, see how she's doing, and she's doing great, and her husband Al's doing good, and it is very squatchy over there, and she still doesn't go down into her woods. She has some other guy come down and like mow the trails to make sure that they're not overgrown and stuff. But she doesn't go down there and pick berries and do any of that. She goes right home.
That's where we got screamed at.
This is water. I'm not advertising for sparkling ice, but I mean they are good. I have completely stopped drinking Dr. Pepper. Everybody would be proud.
Oh, man,
13 pounds.
It's so much better for you. That soda is so bad, but I'm addicted to the caramel flavored Coca-Cola as well.
This has vitamins in it.
Vitamins?
Vitamins, and it's no sugar. Plus, it's my soda fix. So,
how many days have you been clean of Dr. Pepper?
Is there any caffeine in there?
One.
Hey, it's good to get one down on
you. Gotta start
one day.
Somewhere.
One day.
But
well, one day at a time. That's all you can do.
I have been really working hard getting ready for this expedition. You guys will be proud. I am down to 239. I've lost 13 pounds.
You're getting down to fighting weight.
I got to get on that train. I'm going to try to see if we can have Clay from Squatch and Strategies give us a couple tips, because he does that fit with Clay, and I'm just like looking at myself like, I need to do something like that. So
stuff falling in the background. Hey, look.
Yeah.
Paranormal.
Adam, you and I talked about some things on the phone the other night that I thought were a great idea. Do you want to kind of divulge some of that, or what do you think?
Well, I think we can. This is all, but the thing is, this is Jake's idea, and I think it would be a fun thing to do. And it is Jake's idea, and I haven't really talked to him much about me and you talking about it, but I think we should talk about it because it's really cool. Basically, Jake, it's your idea. Let me talk to Jake real quick about it.
Oh no! Yeah, well, see, that'd be a dream come true, huh?
Well, we're gonna do it
like that. Oh well,
Kerry thinks it's a good idea, so hey,
I do. I think it's a great idea, and you know, let's not
tell the people, Jake. People, they need to know.
Well, I think it would be because I don't think we're really cut for that kind. Well, see, I think where we would fit in best.
With what?
In the rear with the gear, back at the hotel next to the poolside boat drinks with Miss Linda and Daniela, maybe, just to make sure keep having y'all's back. We're the medical crew, so we'll come in with the stretchers and clean up, so to speak.
We've got 2 first responders on the team already, so what's
so you got that covered? You got that covered. Okay, all right.
News crew live from the
live news,
the satellite news.
That's it. Giving everybody live updates every day, and of what's going on. Because I mean, once we're there, it's fine if people know when we're doing it. I don't care. Nobody's going to know where we are, so that doesn't really matter. So I thought about that. You know, do we want to give away when we're doing this in the moment? No. That's fine. So nobody knows where we're going.
It's just a way for us to be involved without us going into like somewhere where we're not probably, we're best suited for something like this. You
don't think you guys are cut out for the expedition? Is that what you're saying?
Well, we know we are, but in this certain scenario, we're gonna let y'all take the reins.
Yeah, we just don't want to make them look bad.
We're gonna take one for the team, for you guys.
Well, I have to say,
that'd be our happy place.
I have to say, before we get to the next story, I want to say this. I've really been getting kicked in the teeth here over this thing. And I was going to make a whole video about it. And I was like, you know what? I'll bring it up on the Blueline Wednesday show. It's our platform. Some people are going to watch this. I mean, emails and comments and I'll look at some of them. And, there are things that I am willing to sacrifice and there are things that I'm not willing to sacrifice. When I decided to do this and I sat down and worked out the budget of what I thought it would take for 10 people to go down and do this, and I came up with the figure, it was a little over $27,000. I'm not willing to sacrifice that. Now, people have been awesome in donating money to this, but if we don't get another dollar, we're not sacrificing that. If I got to put in $21,000 to finish this, it's happening. We're not going to be discouraged by anything or anyone. And I understand, usually it's the guys on the front line first out the gate that ended up getting bloody. I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. But a lot of these emails I'm getting and comments, and one last night, this is the most, listen to this.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
All that equipment, this is the comment, all that equipment is going to be useless. Now you think about that for a second. And what is that really saying?
It's saying we gave up. What it's saying. They
have been caught on camera. They have been caught on video. They have been caught on thermal. Christopher Noel is one of the best thermals you'll ever see. The woodpile thermal.
Exactly.
All the audio. So what? So was that equipment useless? No. So what's this person really saying? You might as well not even go, man.
Yeah.
Give it up.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
The thing is too, Kerry, is like people say they're not going to make it onto a trail cam. I know 2 instances where I believe that that's what it is on the trail cam. So if you don't keep trying and you don't come up with new ideas, then
I've got my theory about the trail cam thing. And what made sense to me, I'll talk to Mark Zasky about this, is their hair. The way their hair is, it absorbs and disperses light. You know, it appears to. When they had that hair under the microscope, and when they hit it with the light, it sent like a prism. What I think happens with trail cams is that our light comes out, hits them, and just doesn't bounce back. It gets absorbed and refracted away, because that light's got to bounce back to that camera to trigger it.
Yeah.
So I think that's happening a lot. That makes a lot of sense when people put an apple up and all of a sudden the apple disappears and they don't see anything that got it. What makes sense? The camera didn't trigger whenever they came in because they didn't set off the IR light. And that never crossed my mind until, we had talked about that. So that kind of makes sense to me. Maybe that's not what's happening. I don't know. Maybe they're just, they're slick regardless.
Yep.
Let's see. Brandon says at Kerry, it says that means they know it all. This person is trying to say, I'm jealous that I couldn't go with. Yeah, that was exactly what I got from it. Brandon was an air of jealousy, I think, and that's not what we're trying to do. That's not what we're trying to do, but we're not going to be discouraged. If I didn't believe we could go down and get some real good footage of Sasquatch, I wouldn't be doing this at all. And like I said before, I don't really want to do it. Nobody else was doing it.
Nobody else has done it.
No. I felt like we had the means.
And the thing is, man, as well as anybody else that this is just the beginning of, bunch of new kind of like squatching strategies like this. People are going to start doing this type of stuff. And
if that's,
I
that's
think
not
they
the
kind of
only
already
one.
have.
If that would have been the only one, it would have been okay. That's just one of many of people trying to discourage. This is the community doing this, trying to discourage us from doing this. There's one person was worried about the Sasquatch. They're trying to stay hidden. What do you think exposure is going to do? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Now they're going to be easily caught because you see them. No.
Well, it's not like hide and seek where, okay, you found us, here we are. They finally come out and just pop out. They're still going to stay hidden. We're still going to have a hard time trying to find them.
So the effect of the sunlight off from their hair might explain all of this predator talk or alien.
Yeah,
they're invisible, or because they've come out with these cloaks of invisibility where the light bends around and they can put this thing on and it's kind of like just a green screen of so Dungeons and Dragons fans are going ape because of this. You've got that
squatch,
they're going squatch, because there's a cloak of invisibility now that's real. So you can put it on, and if you look hard, you can see that there's something going on, but it does reflect everything around you and bends light, and it's all weird.
That cellophane warped light.
Absolutely. Yeah. But it's like I said, the people that put into this to help us do this because they want it. Dang, man, y'all are just losing everything back there, aren't you? But
paranormal,
the paranormal stuff.
We got
the people that put into this, that have already put in or plan on putting in, they're doing it because they want to be a part of it. That's how I feel, and we're going to make them a part of it. Anybody that put anything into this, their name is going to be spoken on that at the end. That's what the whole last thing is for. We're going to thank each individual person is going to be thanked personally by the whole team. But if nobody puts in another dollar, we're still going, still doing this. I may be standing in front of a divorce lawyer, but I'm going to defend and I'm going to finish this. This is going to happen.
Let's
So
think.
you can try to discourage all you want. It's not happening. We're doing this. You can get on board and help us, or just don't say anything. That'd be your best bet, because I'm liable to just get upset and expose.
I wouldn't get upset, buddy. And this is the deal. I think there's got to be way more people that are all excited about this than are not. And that's just, I got to see that's what's going on. So what if we asked the fans, the people that are on board, the people that love the idea of just, we don't ask them for money, but maybe we ask them for ways that we can try to get money in a different way, because we need more money. You know, we got to start, these numbers have to keep growing. It's just like any telethon or any fundraiser on the radio. They got to keep building, or else we're going to end up having somebody, you know, spending a whole ton of money where they don't necessarily need to. I mean, you got a lot of subscribers. If we just said every one of them give you a buck.
Not everybody believes in this, and that's fine.
Yeah.
They're still going to get to watch it. And I'm fine with making that sacrifice. If I wouldn't have known I could have done the whole thing myself, I wouldn't even started it. And that's the thing, is it takes me a long time to save that much money. It really does. But I'm okay with it. I'm good with it. It's going to happen. We are just a sacrifice that I'm willing to make. I felt like we had the means to reach out to the people, to get the word out about this. And I had 44 people apply in the first 3 days to go. And I still don't know who all's going. We may add some more people. I don't know. It's morphing and changing constantly.
It's going to.
Everybody that's going now already is great and fantastic. How about let's get back to the show? How about that?
I was telling everybody just before you left there quickly. We got a story, an encounter story, and this is from somebody kind of near us, actually pretty darn close to us, kind of right next to us in a way. So that's kind of fun for us to be able to read something like that.
20-minute drive.
20-minute drive from where we are. So without any further delay, I'll get cracking on this one. You ready for this, Jay?
Now.
Let's do it, huh?
Have at it.
All right, this is from an anonymous donor here. We have July 9th or around there, 2000. My wife and I were chased out of the woods by what I am sure was a Bigfoot in the Lake George Buck Mountain region of the Adirondacks in upstate New York. The creature observed us from about 100 feet away. It was breaking large branches and made a large roaring / screaming sound at least 7 times. This, to me, was a sound that could only be coming from a large mammal. Okay, I read this before here, and this is like, to me, kind of hits the home, because when I heard that thing that I heard that kind of set me off on this whole thing, that's all I could think of. Like, this was such a loud noise, but you could tell it was coming from a big living something. If that makes any sense to anybody. Anyway, let's continue on. I've been in the woods with very large bears, and I've even taken away food bags from bears with my bare hands. But this was no bear or coy dog. It was much, much larger. We never did see the creature, but we could hear it following us along the trail, and I have never been so scared in all my life. And I mean never. It kept coming closer. It would stop and roar, then approach us closer. We were nearly frozen in fear, but we managed to collect our things and then hurried out of the woods. My wife was a big skeptic of Bigfoot until this encounter. The whole time we walked out of the woods, she kept on commenting that it was following us. We could both feel it watching us. I could hear it through the woods. A few times I saw something moving parallel to us, but tried not to look as we both picked up large sticks in case this thing attacked. There was no one parked at the trailhead when we came out, so I suspect it probably followed out the other hikers that were there earlier and just happened to come upon us. Now, the sounds we heard that day have really bothered me ever since. I am literally scared to death of going into the woods alone, even though I've been an avid hiker for over 20 years. I can't explain the terror I felt from hearing this thing, I feel like I have to go back to that area and check it out. But my wife will never go back in the woods. That's how frightening these sounds were. Okay. Also, I was wondering, and I'm not just saying this, this actually came to the thing. I'm not asking this guy to say anything.
Oh, no.
I was wondering if you knew any researchers in the upstate New York area who would go to this location with me, just to take a look around and see if we can maybe find some tracks or some other sort of sign of the creature. Thank you, Anonymous, August 4th, 2000. So,
Are you serious?
There are several points in this thing. Okay, he wants people to join him, but he's anonymous. So that's kind of an issue, I think. But what gets me is how people misuse the word literally. Because he said he is literally scared to death.
I know.
And then he said,
I know.
Then after that, he said he can't describe how scared he was, even though he just described how scared he was.
Literally
scared to death. So the guy was a ghost. Ghost was there telling you, writing this story. Oh, and that he had a pair of bare hands. That's pretty cool.
He took food out of a bear's hands with his bare hands.
Bare hand. He wrestled it away from him, but
with his bare hands. He's got
with his bare hands.
He's got a pair of bare hands. That's cool.
Very well.
He's a mutant. He's got bare hands. Interesting, very interesting story.
Lake George.
I just want to share something. Look at that.
Oh, nice.
Rachel, thank you so much.
Thank you, Rachel.
I'm crying.
Eric Mesling, that's Ohio Valley Sasquatch. You guys, if you haven't subscribed to Ohio Valley Sasquatch, go check him out.
Ohio Valley,
he was the last one, so wow, $155 came in just a short period of time. Thank you guys very much.
Awesome.
Thank you, Rachel. That's awesome. See, it just people put in so much more than what we've asked for, and you think that's not pressure?
Give what you can. I mean, obviously,
people saying this has got to happen.
It's gonna happen.
They want to happen. They want it to happen. They don't. Yeah.
When I was in 7th grade, I borrowed my Uncle Ike's backpack to take a hike with the outing club on Buck Mountain. My mom bought me a bag of Doritos, which at the time was pretty expensive.
Who bought those Doritos?
Yeah, I couldn't believe I had a whole bag of Doritos, and but it was Buck Mountain 7th grade, so that would have been, geez Louise, long time ago in the 80s.
Yeah. The whole place is that's on the other side of Lake George, I believe, right? Washington County side. Yeah, I did have an encounter, which is a different thing altogether, on this side, on the Deer Leap side. That was a lot like this. It was a lot like this. It freaks me out. I don't like. It's weird.
And what year was that? 96 when you had that
experience? Oh, jeez,
94,
I can't remember. I could talk to my friend who I went in there with, and we could figure it out. But
hey, look, let's get the boggler and let's give away the Bigfoot Odyssey theme song.
You know what time it is.
Give that thing a ring.
I did it last time.
Okay, fine. I'll do it.
The prize, before you spin,
I'm getting all ahead of myself here.
The prize is going to be the Bigfoot Odyssey. We've only given it away once.
Ooh.
It's the theme song, the one you hear at the end of the show.
What? Oh, nice.
That's sweet.
That's the second time you give it away. I thought you were giving it away.
Yeah. We've only given it away once.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said you were only giving it away once.
Yeah, we've only given it away once. This is the second time, and we'll probably give it away a few more times. But we'll give you the rights to use the Bigfoot Odyssey. Bigfoot Odyssey. That song, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That one.
Cool.
So you have just the music, or you can have the music with the words. But that's going to be the prize for this one right here. Let's do it.
Love it.
Awesome.
We are going to give it a little spin.
You said I won't answer this one.
Oh, she's
on the phone.
Now 8. How many? What's the percentage of? Yeah, we got to tie your hands.
Okay.
Bigfoot
Odyssey song. All right, guys. Everybody pay close attention. What does Vinny like to be called?
Oh, you're going to the...
What does Vinny ask or like to be called?
He's referring to the episode called The Evidence, right? Was it The Evidence?
I think it was the Snyder Evidence.
The Snyder Evidence, yes.
Episode 9 was in there, yeah. So, yeah, Vinny, the guy that we had there that had some peculiar things happen with him up there in Snyder. He wanted to be called something. What was
Well,
that?
while we wait for the answer, I'm going to put this up, and this is a really good point, and something that I was saying to you the other day, Kerry, that this is something really special, you know, and if there's lots of people out there who want to see this happening, who want to see some progression in the Bigfoot mystery, and to be a part of this, even $1, you could, anybody can be a part of this. Like, it's amazing, I think, what you're doing. And you know, if you want to see something happening, then put in $1, put in $2, and be a part of it. You'll all be a part of it.
It's amazing to me that we have $6,000 already. It amazes me. It's just the amount of people trying to discourage us from doing it. It's not everyone that's behind us, which I'm sure is everyone here.
They're just opinions.
It's the ones that I know, but I'm just letting them know you're just not doing any good. It's not going to do any good. Like I said, if we get another $1, it's still happening. I'm not sacrificing anything. Nothing.
You know what? We're battling with these people, whether you're doing this or not. You know, there's always someone wants to put a downer on what people are doing, and people don't like you getting close to the truth. And this is what I'm finding: people don't like you getting closer to the real truth. I don't know what that is that they have to let go of, what their beliefs are. I don't know what, but that's what you're pressing. That's the nerves that we're pressing, and you know it's tough because we want to know. We're sick of going around this cul-de-sac of.
Yeah, at least try. I mean, wow, can't do it sitting on the couch.
Meg is amazing.
When does she?
I need you to get it. I need Meg to get it.
When does she not get it?
It's not quite spelled, but we know.
Oh, actually, no. There's a technicality here.
Wait.
There's
no. Oh, is there?
There is. There's a technicality here.
Oh, sorry, not that one.
The one that was just on there was nobody knows.
Right, is it?
That's the real. That's what it really is. It's can.
Yeah, but we know Meg. We know Meg deserves it. Come on.
Yeah,
she does. But guess what? Words are words, and you know that's not how you spell Mr. Cangelosi. So thanks for playing.
Was it spelled out in the episode? Was it spelled out in the episode?
She's
It's Cangelosi.
Mr. Cangelosi.
Yeah. Sorry, Meg.
That's just too close, man. Did somebody else get it?
Well, no, we'll hook up. I'll
tell you what, Meg, and who else got it?
Nobody knows 808.
Brandon. That's Brandon. Okay, Meg and Brandon, email me, bigfootodyssey@gmail.com, and you'll both get the thing.
As long as they've got a phone. That'll help.
Yeah, you can use it for whatever you want to use it for, except for a Bigfoot show called Bigfoot Odyssey. You can't use it.
I'm impressed with the viewers. I'm really impressed with the viewers.
Yeah, I can't believe
Jake.
What are they doing? You guys?
They're doing good. We kind of almost stumped them with Barb's dog's name. That took a little bit, but that was the longest one ever. And it was only like a minute and a half.
Yeah.
So congrats to everybody who's paying attention and doing a good job. You guys are awesome.
Yeah. Congratulations, Meg.
Thank you, Jacksman7. I know I've emailed back and forth with you a couple times, or maybe it was on Messenger. I don't know, but thank you. I appreciate that. We all appreciate everybody. You have no idea how we feel about this. It's
Can I trade it for barbecue?
No, Brandon.
Why not?
Everybody gets the full wigged version of Barbie Girl when we hit our goal. If we hit our goal, if we don't hit our goal, deal's a deal. So we have 5 months, long way to go. We'll see. Well, no, we have about 100. We have about 120 days. You know, I just ordered like this. I just ordered the action cams last week. I ordered 8 of them, and they were like, it was a high dollar order. I had to call my bank and tell them to up my limit so I could order them. And I got an email day before yesterday. It might have been yesterday morning. I'm working night, so it's killing me. And said your order's been canceled, out of stock. And it's B&H Photo. I like dealing with them. They don't have any problems with returns. They've always been great. They were just out of stock, so I had to go somewhere else. and put the money back in the account. Went to another site that were yesterday, and I got all 8 cameras for $800 less than what we were paying to begin with.
Holy moly!
So there's some serendipity going on in here. You know,
that is awesome.
These are working to the good. So $800, that's major. That's towards food or parabolics or something else. And I've already ordered the batteries, all the 20 of the backup battery banks. I've ordered the straps, the cameras. I ordered camera batteries for the camera, drone batteries. I've ordered all kinds of stuff. It's happening. It's on. There's
that's awesome.
no turning back. So
that's great.
And we love.
Are you gonna do unboxing?
I doubt it, but we'd love to have. We are going to give that stuff away when it's all said and done. So everybody's going to get to see it. I've got a story here. How much time we got? Oh, we're good.
Well, I just want to say again here, David Jacks, Robert Mandeville, $40 just going in. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dude, that's awesome.
That is unbelievable.
So
that's
much
more than what we ask people. But
more than what we're asking for. It's incredible.
We've got a lot of support.
Those two. Rachel made up for 20 people. It's just crazy. Brandon, I'm embarrassed to say what Brandon's done for us. I think, you know, we've got between 3 people. Several. 2,000 of that's between 3 people. That's how crazy. And that's pressure. I'm sorry, but it is. And I feel it. But all those detractors and the emails that I get and the messages that I get telling me that it's useless to even try. I went to one of these people's channel and there was nothing. This channel has no content. So
isn't that how it goes?
What are you really contributing?
That's just how they contribute nothing. All they do is suck the lifeblood out of us people who care. You sons of guns.
All right, here we go.
The lifeblood, Jake.
Hey, I showed Daniela some pictures today. And what did you say about the pictures that came out of that area, Daniela? What was your first thing you said?
I can't remember. It was very early this morning. What did I say? That's interesting.
No, y'all are going to get something.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said lots of things this morning, but you're definitely getting something.
We're definitely gonna get something down there. Okay. Here we go. This one I didn't name for some reason, but it says we had been staying in a cabin for about a week at the Parker Dam State Forest campgrounds. We had awakened early one morning to prepare our breakfast. I walked outside to gather some wood for the fire. It was about 40 yards from the cabin to the pile of wood we had set out for the stay. As I arrived at the pile of wood, I briefly glanced beyond the pile and into the deepness of the woods. When I panned around the scene, I noticed a large black figure standing by a rather large pile of sticks and brush. It was much larger than a human. I'm guessing it was almost 9 feet tall. The creature appeared to be covered in long, blackish brown, stringy fur, almost like a bear. I do not know what he was doing by the tree, but I was still staring at him, trying to figure out what this monstrosity was. He must have caught a glance of me staring at him. After he saw me, he stared at me for almost a second, and then let out a loud, piercing shriek that sounded like a mix between a large bear and a crow. I was horrified and began running back to the cabin as fast as I could. Apparently, I had frightened the thing, and it almost ran into the deepness of the woods. Once inside the cabin, I told my wife about the encounter. Told her to go and get my Remington 008 rifle, whatever that is. She got the weapon, and I quickly downed a helping of bacon she made me. Bacon. I got my rifle from her and prepared myself for a small hike. I also got a large knife I usually carry with me during hunting season to gut deer. I headed out the door and walked past the pile of wood toward the tree where this thing was standing. There were tracks embedded in the small patches of snow. They were around 2 feet in length, wider than a human foot. The tracks continued for about 80 yards up and down a small hill. They were spread out in what looked like a running style. Tracks soon disappeared near a small creek. The creature either continued to run along the side creek or ran across the frigid water to the other side. I was not about to cross it, being afraid of catching pneumonia. That's what you was afraid of. I headed back toward the camp, the direction I had come. I stopped again at the tree. I noticed that some of the bark had been torn off the tree, and the small twigs were lying lying by that spot, which he was standing. God, I'm terrible. I headed back into the camp, where I proceeded to tell my wife the story. I was never a believer of the Bigfoot, especially in Pennsylvania, but now I am. Whatever it is, it's still out there. Safe to say, we left the camp that day and never went back. Kind of weird. I mean, I saw a 9-foot monstrosity that scared the mess out of me, but I went after it.
And then I went for a hike. Yeah, I found that.
Bacon power!
Absolutely. It must have been the bacon.
Once I had some bacon, I didn't mind getting my arms ripped off. So I saw something flash up on the screen while I was reading that, but I didn't want to look up because I kind of, the way I read.
Yeah,
Nutsy excited to be on the big. All right, we got the flying squirrel Nutsy from.
I can't wait to interview Nutsy.
I got
fantastic. So yeah, I mean, what do you think about that? I mean, the guy sees a 9-foot monster with a 2-foot long foot. Come on, man. And he's gonna run after it with his 008 rifle. What's a 008? I don't know. You've ever heard of that? I mean, 8mm, maybe.
To some degree, you think that hindsight.
Might have been a 308. Brandon, what's a 008?
He'll tell us.
I'd have meant 308.
It's easy to think later, isn't it, what you do? I said it's easy to think about after what you would have done, but maybe at that moment in time we act differently. I don't know.
Good point.
Yeah, I can only speak for myself. I definitely didn't want to go after it. I think, and I said this before, if I would have had my rifle, I think I might would have shot it. I think I would have, just the way it was acting. I think I would have shot it.
Do you remember Adam, Jake? We watched that video together. I showed you that guy who was who saw the Bigfoot, and he had his kid and his wife with him.
Yep.
And he said, come and have a look, didn't he? I mean, he was crying when he was telling the account. You could tell he'd seen something, but he was trying to call his wife over to have a look at it. I mean, it's crazy, It's
bizarre.
Crazy what people do. Yeah, bizarre.
I mean, I picture sometimes, just in my vivid imagination, walking on my property, what me and Jake call Squatch Country, where we know they are, and being like, just seeing one kind of like not too far away, maybe like 50, even 100 yards away, and just trying to picture what my emotions would be and everything. And I think I would just be like, done. I'd be like, either die because I'm too scared, or be like, I don't know. It's just hard to describe what you're going to be like because you don't.
It is. I get it. I get it. All I know is how I acted. And when I see anybody else act like they want to go after this huge monster that screamed at you, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense to me. I don't get it. I mean, how someone does, I don't know how anybody goes after these things. Yeah, probably 308. That's right. That's what I was thinking.
Right.
Brown Dwarf's knows a 420. Imagine that.
I think Jake knows one of those too.
I wonder why what a 420 is. And there was a
hey, what you need to do
Danny Farley.
is get yourself a hat and put a BFO on there with some paints that you get from.
That's how you do it, Rick.
That's how you
It's
do
not
it. Make your own. You make your own. That's how you do it.
DIY sort of. If you need something, you got to go out and make it for yourself.
Oh, aside,
Well, we do.
Nobody can hand it to you around here. Is all I'm saying.
Parts.
I forgot to say, aside from my trusty old mic stand, I forgot my BLB shirt.
Oh
no,
Linda, it's her fault.
Have her mail it to you if you're going to be there until Thanksgiving.
We're gonna be at the Texas Bigfoot Conference on October.
Well, make sure she brings it with her. 'Cause, I mean, represent that down there. Whoa!
I could paint over this one and put a big BLB on there, and upcycle this one and mail it down there.
If you took a picture of yourself at that conference with a BLB shirt on it,
I can't even believe
put that on our website, Jake.
You guys are crazy.
Put that on our website.
Anyway,
what do you think we should do, Kerry? Do you think we should spin this wheel again?
That's what I think you should do. Is let's give away this last prize before we even go.
We're there already.
Now this question's probably gonna be one of the harder ones or one of the easier ones. We have a couple left on here. Two. We don't have one for two. We already did that.
We already did that. Five. They wanted two again.
We have five right here.
And the question is,
just bluelinebigfoot.com. Squatch Lady PA.
Yes, we would like her every time, even multiple winners, if they could just send that along, so we don't have to dig through all of our 2 emails that we got over the last month. I mean,
I think there's 4. There's a couple of nails in there.
Yeah. There's one from you there.
Yeah.
You guys ready for this?
In the search bar, you can find anybody's email. So just let you know.
Let's do this. This is a great question. It's not hopefully, but I want it to be like a quick one, just because I want to see how fast these people are. What was the weather like during Barb's encounter?
Oh.
Weather like during Barb's encounter?
I know this one.
Come on.
See, geez Louise.
Come in.
What do we got?
And the winner is.
Drum roll.
That doesn't
now, Kerry, are you familiar with the band Black Hawk?
That's a negative, Ghost Rider.
Oh no Black Hawk in '92.
Here we go. No. Yes. No.
Can Squatch.
Yes.
Can Squatch.
It's on the ground with Barb.
That's a scary photo.
Miss Annette Graves said bad.
First one on there is what?
So
Can
was
Squatch
it?
or
Was it?
It's on the ground, Barb.
Rainy.
Boots on the Barb. She's first. Yeah, you're right. Look at that.
Awesome.
Great.
Barb, you are.
I'm happy that Boots on the Ground with Barb is the winner of what will soon be the best ringtone she's ever had in her life. Now, given that she has a cell phone that she wants us to send her a little MP3
or an answer machine.
So that's what you're getting. You're gonna love it. Just send us a little email there, and in that email, and somewhere in that email, just say a couple things maybe you want us to touch on, some personal things, maybe talk to maybe a shout out to one of your pets, or say a couple things that you just want us to say, anything like that, and we'll make something up to 30 seconds long and give it to you.
And we're gonna play it on the next Blue Line Wednesday, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So everybody can hear what Miss Barr got, unless it's something too personal, of course.
Yeah, nothing personal then.
Well, I'd say we'll have.
All right, that's all I have to say.
See?